5 at 6:30 is back right now. Hillary Clinton gave a speech to millennials today at Temple University. She laid out a plan for making college debt free and making community colleges free.
And she also took a jab at Donald Trump.
This election isn't a reality TV show. It shouldn't be about birth certificates or name calling or stunts to get on the cable news. We have 50 days. 50 days. Make it absolutely clear that we're going to shape a future that represents the best of who we are.
Now, this speech comes as polling shows she's losing support among millennials in key states.
That's right. Cabot Phillips from campusreform.org and director of campus outreach at the Leadership Institute, which is a conservative organization, joins us. Great to have you on.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
All right. Even though you're conservative, let me ask you, you heard what she had to say. Did she do a good job of reaching out to millennials?
I think you got to respect the fact that she went out of her way to take time to specifically address college students. You know, you got to give her a hand for that. I don't think it's going to work. I think you watched this speech, the loudest round of applause came when she mentioned Bernie Sanders. And so that was the loudest round of applause. And then you look at what she's talking about, and even just talking to young people with campus reform, going to campuses, students, they have two main problems with her, especially in the last month, and that's trust. They feel like they can't trust her. They see all these scandals that are happening. And second, it's relatability. Just watching that speech, it's almost cringeworthy. The presentation, she seems a little uptight. She seems uncomfortable talking about millennial issues. And, you know, not to pound her Redskins too much, but watching Hillary try to relate with young people is kind of like watching the Washington Redskins try to run the football.
Oh, ouch.
They keep trying, but
what
it's
are you, a Cowboys fan?
Oh, I am a Cowboys fan.
All right, zip it. We're done talking about that. Get back on the election and politics now.
All right, Cabot, let's talk about this. So we've seen Hillary Clinton. You saw her on stage. We've seen Trump. I haven't seen many college-related events with Donald Trump out there. But let's talk about Gary Johnson and Jill Stein, because those seem to be the two candidates left standing that college students still feel some passion about.
It was fascinating. The second that Bernie Sanders dropped out, I was up at the DNC, and we went around talking to young voters, and they were split. They said, you know, I assumed most of them would go to Hillary Clinton. I think a lot of people did. But the polls are showing that once Bernie dropped out, a ton of those young voters went to Jill Stein. They went to Gary Johnson. And I think it was a huge blow to both those candidates not qualifying for the first debate. If either of them could have gotten up on the stage, you know, it would have been unprecedented to have, you know, three candidates up on that main debate stage. But I do think that Donald Trump, there is a window for him. If, like you said, he hasn't done too much direct talk to millennials, he needs to get on that. Hillary has, you know, just 50 days out. But I do think that there is a window. I think there are a lot of disillusioned former Bernie supporters now who are still looking for a candidate, waiting for someone to really motivate them.
And some of those third-party candidates seem to be leading the way with them right now. Cabot, it's always good to have you on, especially when you don't decide to trash talk Washington's football team.
How about them Cowboys?
Goodbye. That's it.
Moving on.
We're done with Cabot. All right. Hollywood honored TV's best at the Emmys, and how